One thing to remember is that ayahuasca is different for different people. So the experience can be very mild. Sometimes people don't feel it at all, or it can be very extreme with someone having a psychotic break or just a very deep experience that can be life-changing. So larger people will need larger doses, and men usually take larger doses. And dosing is very important because too little, of course, won't be felt, and too much can overwhelm somebody. And having a very strong experience on too much ayahuasca sometimes can just seem like won't get as much out of it as you would with a smaller dose, where you're not so concerned with the next physical reaction that you're having, or the next shiver, feeling like you're dying, or sometimes a less extreme experience is more transformative. And sometimes people will experience spontaneous physical emotions, moving their arms around or doing different idiosyncratic gestures. And in Santo Daime, there is a tradition of people incorporating spirits, or suffering spirits, or caboclos, or orishas. So that's another tradition from the African tradition, but it lends itself to different styles of religious expression. The rituals are guided by music, so that's a very important element found in all of the traditional ayahuasca rituals. A common experience, even for long-time users, is fearful anticipation of the ceremony. This fear is sometimes based on painful or negative experiences with ayahuasca, and it can affect the experience. That's kind of like an intention, but it's almost like a negative intention. It's not something that you put in place, but it can arise. So the common advice given to people who are fearful or who are having a hard time in a ceremony is to relax and surrender, because fighting the effects or fighting something that doesn't feel good seems to just create more bad feelings. And surrendering, which includes also vomiting and just letting the experience run its course without resisting it, usually ends up with a better result. And it's important to remember that ayahuasca does wear off. It's something that to keep in mind when the experience is difficult. Another thing that commonly happens in ayahuasca rituals is people have a spiritual experience, and that can consist of perceptions of a person's divine nature, visions of religious figures, having mystical experiences that a person is at one with the universe, or that they have a divine mission. And these experiences are some of the most transformative experiences that people have when drinking ayahuasca. And so the benefits of ayahuasca are the result of a combination of spiritual experiences, increased insight, emotional surrender and acceptance, with the attendant reduction in ego focus, and a shift in identity that results in a global increase in positive psychological virtues.